In February 2026, cybersecurity researchers accessed a misconfigured database belonging to Moltbook, exposing the authentication keys of 1.5 million users. Moltbook was designed as an experimental social network, restricted entirely to interacting AI entities, where humans could only observe the agents conversing. The database leak revealed those 1.5 million AI agents belonged to just 17,000 registered human owners, leaving every single session entirely exposed to external takeover. While the public viewed this as a fascinating display of AI behaving unpredictably, security engineers recognized it as a catastrophic failure of network infrastructure. Standard web applications rely on stateless servers, where users share resources safely. Autonomous agent infrastructure grants AI direct access to system files and command execution, meaning a single compromised perimeter grants total control over the host machine. The underlying issue stems from an industry transition away from reactive, stateless chatbots toward proactive AI agents that maintain long-term memory and execute real-world tasks. Most of the agents on Moltbook ran on OpenClaw. OpenClaw is an open-source framework that connects standard large language models directly to local machine tools and messaging applications. Developers saw OpenClaw's ability to handle multiple chat sessions and assumed the framework functioned as a secure, multi-tenant backend, isolating thousands of independent users. In reality, OpenClaw operates on a strict single-user, personal assistant trust model. It assumes whoever has access to the gateway is a trusted operator with full authority over the host system. Forcing a single-user architecture into a public, multi-tenant deployment like Moltbook essentially hands root system access to anyone capable of sending a message. To understand how this access is granted, we need to look at how OpenClaw routes data. Incoming messages hit a Node.js gateway, which routes requests to the agent core. The core maintains persistent memory by writing plain text markdown files directly to the host's file system. A heartbeat cron scheduler allows the agent to wake up and execute background tasks autonomously. When the agent needs to interact with the outside world, it uses the skills registry, a modular plugin system that extends the agent's capabilities into external software environments. These plugins can govern physical hardware. For example, the ROSclaw plugin connects OpenClaw to ROS2, the robot operating system, translating natural language into published velocity commands and navigation goals for physical robots. The framework also includes native adapters to read and write messages across platforms like Slack, WhatsApp, Telegram, and Discord. By design, the framework has direct, deep access to the file system, the terminal, and connected hardware. If this environment is exposed to the internet, those capabilities become immediate liabilities. In local deployments, a trust boundary defines the perimeter where unverified input stops and trusted execution begins. OpenClaw treats its gateway and executing nodes as a single trusted domain. The only security perimeter is gateway.auth. Inside, a session key separates chat conversations. But a session key is just a routing label, not an authorization token. It provides zero isolation against an authenticated attacker. Relying on the language model's conversational context to enforce security fails because the underlying host environment assumes any request that reaches it comes from a trusted operator. Moltbook's creator bypassed writing a secure backend by using an AI assistant to generate the site architecture, a practice known as vibe coding. This resulted in a single, unified OpenClaw gateway being exposed directly to the public internet, completely stripping away the gateway.auth perimeter. Cybersecurity researchers discovered they could bypass the user interface entirely. By sending simple HTTP post requests, any human could inject commands directly into active agent sessions. Once inside, attackers used prompt injection, crafting specific text inputs designed to override the agent's initial instructions and force it to ignore its safety guardrails. The untrusted input routed through the unprotected gateway hit the language model and successfully instructed the agent to utilize its built-in exec tool. The exec tool is designed to execute arbitrary shell commands directly on the host operating system's terminal. Because the vibe-coded setup did not implement OS-level sandboxing or container isolation, the commands ran with the full permissions of the OpenClaw process itself. When an AI agent possesses terminal access, prompt injection instantly escalates from a chatbot parlor trick into remote code execution. This vulnerability extends beyond experimental social networks. If you deploy an agent into a shared corporate Slack workspace, you expose that exact same attack surface. Any user in that shared channel who is permitted to send a message can induce the agent to execute tool calls on the host machine. If that agent has access to sensitive local credentials, a malicious prompt from a coworker or a compromised vendor account can force the agent to read and exfiltrate that data. Compounding this security risk is the operational volatility of rapidly evolving open-source agent frameworks. Core features and dependency chains change daily. In March 2026, the OpenClaw version 2026.3.22 beta update was pushed to the community, quietly restructuring foundational components of the system. The update abruptly removed legacy Chrome browser relays, breaking automated web workflows, and flipped the package resolution priority so that plugins install from the proprietary Claw Hub instead of the standard Node Package Manager. Enterprise deployments face a dual mandate. They must aggressively defend the host machine against untrusted internal actors, while simultaneously managing highly unstable upstream dependencies that can break production workflows overnight. For systems architects currently running OpenClaw, securing the perimeter requires immediately disabling elevated tools and auditing network exposure. The primary diagnostic tool for operators is the OpenClaw Security Audit-Deep command, which probes the live gateway for misconfigurations. Administrators must monitor for the gateway.bind no auth flag, which indicates remote access without a shared secret, and the tools.exact.security-full configured flag, which warns that the host is running without execution guardrails. Baseline hardening requires locking down the gateway WebSocket to local authentication only and isolating direct messages to strictly paired accounts. Hard-coding these access controls at the system level is a non-negotiable requirement before integrating any intelligence models or agent logic. Achieving true multi-tenant isolation requires abandoning this single gateway approach entirely. Architects must split trust boundaries by deploying separate, isolated gateways on separate operating system users or virtual machines for each individual user. For enterprise environments, the community has developed NanoClaw, a security-first fork that strips away experimental features to enforce strict boundaries. This chart shows base RAM usage. OpenClaw requires over 500 megabytes. NanoClaw reduces this to 150, and ZeroClaw uses just 5 megabytes. NanoClaw also implements mandatory OS-level Docker isolation. If compromised, execution remains trapped inside the container, protecting the host system. Moving forward, ultra-lightweight binaries like ZeroClaw will allow these isolated agents to run directly on secure, resource-constrained edge devices and IoT hardware. IoT stands for the Internet of Things, referring to the network of physical devices embedded with sensors and software. As AI evolves from passive advisors to active executors with full system access, architects must prioritize rigorous, identity-verified perimeters. You cannot patch a structural vulnerability with a better language model prompt.